Hi, this is Cristiano Molas, and this is my modern PowerPoint presentation. And we'll be talking about figures of speech. You must be wondering, what are figures of speech? Now let's tackle. These are expressive language tools that makes words more vivid, imaginative, or impactful by going beyond their literal meaning. Now, you must be wondering what are the types of figures of speech. Now they are classified into four parts. Mainly by comparison based, exaggeration based, sound based, contradiction based. In comparison based, we have the simile and metaphor. In exaggeration based, we have hyperbole and understatement. In sound based, we have alliteration and the onomatopoeia. And in contradiction based, we have oxymoron and paradox. But these are not just all. First, we are going to tackle on simile. Simile. Definition: comparing two things using like or as. For example, brave as a lion. Next up is metaphor. It is the direct comparison without like or as. For example, time is a thief. Next up is personification. Definition: giving human traits to non-human things. For example, the wind whispered through the trees. Next is hyperbole, extreme exaggeration for effect. For example, I have told you a million times. Next, understatement. Definition: downplaying something for effect. For example, it's just a scratch. Well, after a car wash. Next is alliteration, a repetition of initial consonant sounds. For example, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Onomatopoeia, words that imitate sounds. For example, buzz, boom, splash. Next, oxymoron. It is the contradictory terms combined. For example, deafening silence, bittersweet. Next is paradox, a statement that contradicts itself but holds truth. For example, less is more. Next, irony, saying the opposite of what's meant, or shall we call verbal irony. For example, what a lovely day, but saying it during a storm. Next up, pun. Definition: play on words for humor. For example, I used to be a baker, but I couldn't make enough dough. Euphemism. Definition: mild phrasing for harsh reality. For example, passed away instead of died. Synecdoche. Definition: part represents the whole. For example, all hands on deck. Hands is equivalent to sailors. Next up is metonymy. Definition: substituting a related term. For example, the White House issued a statement. White House is a president. Apostrophe. Definition: addressing an absent person or thing. For example, oh death, where is thy sting? Idioms. Definition: phrases with non-literal meanings. For example, it's raining cats and dogs. Now I use figures of speech. Here are the reasons. First, it enhances creativity. Second, it makes language vivid and engaging. And lastly, it strengthens persuasion. In conclusion, language is the most powerful tool we have. Call to action: You should try using figures of speech in your writing. That's all. Again, this is Krishana Pimoles. Thank you.